There are two main goals of digital marketing. So let's get going. Goals. One is increasing qualified leads, and second is improving the brand equity. In this particular video, we're going to talk along the lines of the qualified leads. To understand what qualified leads mean and how to increase them, let's try to understand what a sales cycle look like. To be great at marketing, you need to understand sales inside out. So let's get into this. So this is what we call sales funnel, just like the funnel you use in chemistry labs. That's the metaphor here. So what's happening here is you have leads coming in. These are all the people who visit your website or go to your store if you're a physical store, or order something from phone, like if you're taking orders on the phone. Those are the leads. Now all the leads, all the inquiry do not convert into sales. So what happens is some of those leads are bad leads. So these are, all of these guys are bad leads. And then these portion of the leads get into the sales call. So you do a product demo, you negotiate, or you show them around. That's sales. Those are sales call or demonstration. So just to give a very simple example, let's say you have a store in the market and you have tourists coming in. So anybody who checks out your window of your store is a potential lead. Some of them are just looking around. They won't even enter the store. They look at the window and they leave. These are those guys. Then some of them may come inside and look around. So those are your potential good leads. Then out of those some people, some of the people will ask you questions about some things like, hey, do you have this kind of statue, this kind of painting, what have you? And some of them will negotiate the price, convert, and actually pay you money. So that's your sales. In digital world, usually what happens is the lead come in. You sometimes have, depending on your sales process, you have a sales call or a demo of the product or a free video or information or brochure, whatever. So the visitor is there, he's looking around, so they're in that stage. Some of them will leave, give you their email address or a phone number, and you may follow up with them in this follow-up call. Some of the people won't answer any of your email. Then those who answer will start looking into pricing, look at other competition, and some of them will buy. So this is how the entire sales process works. Now let's try to understand how different businesses have different kinds of funnel and how does that relate to marketing. So if I draw a typical sales funnel here like this, basically these are all the leads, and the leads which sales goes to sales, which are good leads, are called qualified leads. So the goal of marketing is to increase the qualified leads, because you could have another situation where you have a lot more leads like that. So you're spending a lot of money on newspaper advertisement or Facebook advertisement. These are all the interest people who are coming to your website. But if you look at actual qualified leads, they are a lot less. And not only that, the quality of those qualified leads is not great. So you only get these many sales as opposed to these many sales in case A. So this yellow Let's call this funnel A, and this purple is funnel B. So a good marketer in this A and B is actually A. But a lot of business owners, even marketing people, don't know what they're doing because they're not measuring correctly. And this data, it's very complex when you take a real life scenario to find the data of qualified leads, the total leads, the conversions, because the conversions could take from the lead entering to this, depending on your business, could take from 1 day to potentially even 5 years. It really depends on your sales model. So let's understand that concept first. What is a sales model? Um, for example, in case of IBM, if they're selling millions of dollars worth of a hardware to, let's say, a government agency, some state in some country, so they buy 100 million, $200 million worth of the hardware, then their funnel, sales funnel, looks very different. It looks more like this. It's very long, it's very narrow. Yeah, because see, you're not going to have thousands and thousands of government agency calling you. You probably have 5 or 6 government agency in a year you're dealing with. But at the end of the day, this deal size is so huge that you don't need a lot of leads to create millions of dollars of revenue because of your deal size. So deal size is basically the size of your sales contract. Yeah. So the concept we are trying to learn here is how different business models relate to different kinds of sales funnels. In your case, you need to understand your particular sales process and business model. And a lot of the people who learn digital marketing online, they learn the tricks and tools like Facebook marketing, the AdWords marketing, email marketing, things of those nature, but they do not understand the fundamental nature of a business. And without understanding that foundation, you're not going to be able to create a working marketing strategy. So one of the main job of a good marketer is create a marketing strategy where you're creating more and more sales for your business. And when that starts to happen, when the sales increases, your marketing budget increases. So all of a sudden, so let's look at this way. If you have this funnel where you have 100 visitor coming in, out of that 50 goes into demo state, out of those only 20 actually ask for estimates for your product, so they are serious, and out of 20 maybe 10 goes to competition, so you're only left with 10, and maybe you close 3 deals. So your ratio here is 3%. And you could have another scenario where you're only getting, let's do it in different color here, green, only getting 50 visitors. Out of those, 35 are good visitors. Out of 35, you get 20 demos, 10, and out of 10, you close 5. So this funnel, for somebody who's not studied the marketing strategy properly, would think that this guy is a better marketer. But at the end of the day, if you do the proper analysis, you'll realize that this guy is probably spending less money, but his quality of leads is high. And because the quality is high, he's able to convert more. So in this case, your conversion ratio is 10%, and in this case, is 3%. So every $100 you spend, this guy is going to create 10 sales. So if you spend $100 in marketing, and you create 10 sales, and if your average deal size is $1,000, let's say you sell a software which costs $1,000 a year, so that would lead to $10,000 of revenue with $100 of investment in marketing. In this case, with $100, in the case, the blue case, this particular case, you could spend, you have the same deal size, which is $1,000, but instead of 10%, you only have 3%, so you only close three, which is $3,000 of total sales for your company. So the interesting thing which happens usually in a business is the way the businesses grow is more of a snowball analogy again here. So if this is the ball of snow at the top of the mountain, as the ball goes down, it gets more and more snow and gets bigger. And since it's bigger, it has a lot more surface area. And because it has a lot more surface area, a lot more snow can attach to it. So you see, this is a positive cycle. So how does this relate to marketing? Well, the more you close, the more your close ratio here, more money goes into marketing. So what happens? So in the first year, your company made $10,000. But the second year, they're going to take some of that $10,000 revenue and put it back into marketing. So your funnel will look something like this. So now you have a sale of $100,000. The following year, they will take some of this money from $100,000 and put it in marketing, and your sales funnel will look something like this. So you went to $1 million. And the trick is to take your company, your client, or your company from here to here faster using marketing. Basically, you need to get more leads, you need to get better quality leads, and help actually the salespeople to close more. And in return, you get more marketing budget to put more AdWords, more Facebook ads, more email marketing, hire more people. So that's really the game digital marketing plays to increase the qualified leads.